I'm tired. Today is the day where people get accepted into medical school. You guys see Louie right there? He's behind the trees. Lou. Hey, Lou. Hey. Hey, boy. Oh, get that stretch in. Hey. Yeah, how are you, big boy? Soaking up the sun. So Jess tried to plant some herbs from scratch, and it was a little bit more challenging than she expected. They didn't really grow. Some did, but they didn't last. So now she bought them pre-grown, pre-started, and we're gonna grab some dirt for them to put them in bigger pots and hang these bird feeders up again because the snow's gone and it's a sunny day. So I painted this one, Jess made this one.
I don't know how much it does. We'll just surround it with moistness.
What plants do you have here?
This is rosemary and this is lavender.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just here walking Kika before I head over to Jess's house. Kika likes to walk outside, and it's I don't think she enjoys staying in an apartment for too long. Her just doing her thing. She has a little camouflage sweater. I think it's her favorite sweater. Keeps her nice and warm. And it's pretty stylish. It's hunting. It's a little hunting camouflage sweater. Today is the day where people get accepted into medical school, and I already have been contacted one of the people that I've helped, that I've coached for the interviews. So this person messaged me saying I got accepted into U of O, and he was super happy, and I was ecstatic for him. I was proud of him because I know how hard he worked to get that acceptance. So dreams do come true. It happened for me, it happened for him, and more people are gonna find out during the day. I think they release it, not everything at once, but slowly. I hope that if by the time you're watching this, I pray that you get accepted. And if you didn't, then please watch my previous video where I try to encourage you to keep your head up, not give up, not lose hope, and keep pursuing your dream. Keep working hard, making your application better, doing everything you can to do your best and not lose hope. Aside from that, I'm on your team. I want the best for you. So if you have any questions, any concerns, comment down below, message me on Instagram, and I will get back to you. And please give this video a like, comment something to help the algorithm, subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell, and let's continue on with our day. We just finished a group photo session. Usually the professor, or Dr. Bell, he teaches, or he takes a picture of the class in the last class, but everybody's away, so he can't do it. So his students put this together where we jump on Zoom, take a picture of everybody. I didn't know it was a secret, so I almost spoiled it on the call because Dr. Bell is my CBL prof. But Mario and Sam recovered it, and he doesn't really know anything about it. He thinks we're going to do it Friday. Anyways, just want to explain why you guys saw everybody on Zoom. Now I'm going to go on a bike ride. So I have less than a week till my practical exam, and just over a week for my written exam, and I'm running out of motivation. There's just so much, and I've been studying every day for so long. Like, I don't push off my studying to the last couple of weeks. I study every day, I do flashcards, and I learn the new material that I'm very drained. I'm starting to just not care as much about the final. But I know that can be a dangerous place to be in, because every time I'm in exam, I ask myself, why didn't I study harder? So that's an update on where I'm at right now. It's Wednesday, 8:15 a.m. and the energy bar is running low. I woke up at 5:30 a.m. today, did some flashcards, ate some breakfast. You know, usual routine hasn't really changed, aside from getting less done because I just don't feel like it. So I just finished watching, or actually not watching, but going through the first couple lectures. I had no clue what's going on. They're trying to relate kidneys to the heart and how they work together, which makes sense, but the PowerPoints, without having the professor explain them, seems a little bit too vague. So that felt like a waste of time. But now I'm going to watch a lecture about the drugs that you use to treat kidney diseases. And I'm sure that will be pretty good, because now I'm listening to the prof explain it. But due to kind of like the same posture sitting on a chair, I tend to have some back pain. So I like to change it up. I like to lie down on my bed or on the ground. So that's what I'm going to do. And I just finished watching a video on YouTube by Samuel Sharesh. He amazes me every time. He's a student studying in Australia, I believe, and he's studying some sciences. And every video he puts out is of the best quality. It's like documentary level. He only has like 6 or 7 YouTube videos out, but over 100,000 subscribers. And so I want to give him a shout out, and I want to point you guys towards his direction in terms of some study techniques, because he really lays out the purpose, like the philosophy of learning, rather than just studying and cramming. And my goal is to kind of get to his level 1 of studying, maybe in the future 2 of his video making skills. But right now I do have an exam to study for. I don't really have the time, I feel, to do the detailed learning techniques that he does. So I'm going to continue the way I do it and just kind of shove the information in my head with some flashcards while trying to comprehend what's happening. So a couple of videos back, I showed you guys the wood chips that Jess has been making. Unfortunately, a couple people have put in their orders. They're buying a whole bunch. So Jess and I are here. We got some logs, and we're gonna cut some more with this miter saw, because she's running out of wood chips to paint on, and people are loving them. So we cut about 150 chips. They're all here in this bucket. And there's a lot of sawdust. Earlier today, I booked an appointment with a doctor, and she called me, and I told her what I was having. And so for the last couple of months, I would say I've been having this kind of pain in the mid or like upper left side of my back. It feels like a rib problem. And I described my symptoms to her, and she was asking me questions that we learned in our practical simulations. You know, do you have any fever, any sweats, difficulty breathing? And it felt so weird but surreal, the fact that as she was asking these questions, I knew exactly what she was looking for. She was asking me if there was any like blood in my urine and any fever indicating, do I have like a possible tumor? And so it was really interesting now understanding a little bit of the reasons why doctor asked their questions, because I'm able to interact with the doctor and have this type of patient-physician relationship on a different level, because I try, if they let me, to be part of narrowing down the differentials. Anyways, this pain, I initially wanted an x-ray just to see if it's like a dislocated rib, but she explained to me that even if it is, well, from the sounds of my symptoms, it sounds like it's a musculoskeletal pain, so she's not really worried about it. She feels that there's nothing to worry about, and she doesn't feel confident in ordering an x-ray, because even if we do an x-ray and she finds something like a slightly dislocated rib, I don't know what to expect, or a fractured rib, there's nothing she can do about it. So one, if it's muscle, she can't really do anything about it aside from prescribe me pills. And two, if there is something in the rib, then it's not like she's gonna send me to do surgery. So I agreed with her that is the wise decision to do. You know, why expose myself to radiation if I don't have to, and why would she send a patient to be screened if she's not going to treat that patient any differently? And so those are some of the things that we are taught in medical school to think about, to, you know, prescribe wisely and to screen people properly and only if they absolutely need to. So ended up not getting an x-ray, but she did give me some pills, some pain relievers. It's Teva meloxicam. Haven't heard of this one yet. I'm gonna take it. I really don't like taking pills, just because if I don't have to take anything, I prefer not to. But we'll see how it goes. I just want to let you guys know that this growth from September till now, my vocabulary has grown, has improved, and now I can keep up on a conversation with the doctor, and I understand some of the things of behind the questions that they ask, and I find that's pretty cool. And by the way, Jess just reminded me that a month ago roughly, I went to the chiropractor and he felt like it was a rib out of place, but nothing that he did really improved it, so that was also kind of worrying. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated, I guess, if it gets worse. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm gonna try and do some stretches and do exercises that don't exacerbate it, but I have no clue when it's gonna go away, because it's been a pain since February. 6:09. I'm gonna show you Kika again, just like the last video. Now I know some of you might be, wondering, like, Chago, show us your morning routine. How do you study in the morning? How are you so productive? Like, do you have your own office or anything? And guys, I just have to say, one, you can tell how tired I am by my voice. Let's grab some coffee and get nice and comfy on the couch right here. Kika has joined me. You can't really see her. Kika's my study buddy. And I just do Anki flashcards on my phone. It's just now, but it's not always like that. I've been studying, every day, waking up early. And I'm tired. I would like to be more positive and kind of sugarcoat this, but I'm exhausted of studying. My body still hurts. Like, there's no good study position. You could, standing up, you'd still get pain. Sitting down, lying down. We just weren't made to study. I've been doing flashcards for a while. Like, I don't cram within the last week, so for me it's been a marathon of consistently reviewing material, which is draining. I've started to do practice questions on osmosis, doing flashcards. It's good practice, but my mind is just tired. I just want to write this test and get it over with, because by next week I'm on summer vacation, summer break. I'm done for a little bit, and that's all I want. If I could, I feel like I would write the exam today or tomorrow. I know enough to do well. And so the nice thing is that we don't have to worry about getting that 90, getting 95 or 100%. We just do our best, and our best generally gets us past 60%. Usually the class average is probably like 70s, 80s, depending on the test. Past couple of weeks, nothing interesting has been happening. Been a little bit draining just because it's just consistently doing the same thing every day. That's why I haven't really been showing much. Like, you guys don't want to see me laying down studying all the time or just sitting and studying all the time. And so I figured to not record that, just kind of talk about what I'm feeling right now about the test, and I figure that's more interesting. But since we're at it, let me show you exactly what I'm doing to study. It's no magic, there's no science behind it. It's just kind of things that I make up on the go. I know that active recall is better than passive studying, so instead of just reading lectures, it's best to just test myself, do flashcards, do practice questions, because that makes my mind dig deeper and pull information up to the forefront, and therefore it proves to me that I understand the material and it keeps it fresh. And so that's what I've been doing. Instead of going through all my lectures, I just go on Osmosis, which is a website that teaches you certain topics in medicine, and I go by category. And I go by category, and I select the topics that I want to refresh in my mind. And so I'll show you through the phone on my laptop the process that I go through.